tutoring session. Week 11, Day 2, Lesson 96.
We are done with lessons 94 and 95. Now let's have our last lesson for today, which is lesson 96. Are you ready, Kylie?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. For our task 1, get ready to read these words the fast way. Read it the fast way.
Fog.
Fog.
Frogs.
Frogs.
Sounds.
Sounds.
Big.
Big.
Biggest.
Biggest.
Those.
Those.
Loud.
Loud.
Kick.
Kick.
Shore.
Shore.
8.
8. Now for our task 2. Okay, sound it out.
Room.
What word?
Room.
Room. Sound it out.
Dust.
What word?
Dust.
Dust. Okay, sound it out.
Mouse.
What word?
Mouse.
Mouse. Sound it out.
House.
What word?
House.
House. Sound it out.
Proud.
What word?
Proud.
Crowd. Sound it out.
Found.
What word?
Found.
Found. Sound it out.
Around.
What word?
Around.
Around. Last one, sound it out.
Spring.
What word?
Spring.
Spring. Now for our task 3, get to read all the words the fast way. Okay. Read it the fast way.
Fog.
Fog.
Frogs.
Frogs.
Sounds.
Sounds.
Big.
Big.
Biggest.
Biggest.
Those.
Those.
Loud.
Loud.
Kick.
Kick.
Short.
Shore. 8. Okay.
Room.
Room.
Dust.
Dust.
Mouse.
Yes.
Mouse.
Mouse.
House.
House.
Proud.
Crowd.
Found.
Found.
Around.
Around. And last one.
Spring.
Spring. Good job. Are you okay? Do you need water? Okay. For our task 4, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Last time, you read the first part of the story about the frog that made big sounds. What happened at the end of that part of the story?
The little frogs make sound.
Again, the little frog.
Is sad.
Okay, the little frog is sad because he could not sing what other frogs sing. Okay. In this part of the story, we will find out what happened to the frog that made big sounds. Okay. After you read this part of the story, you will read it again and I will ask questions. Read the title the fast way.
The frog that made big sounds. Part 2.
Okay.
A little frog with green spots made big sounds. The other frogs in the lake did not like those sounds. On a spring that day, a big fog came over the lake. The frogs said, "We cannot see in this fog, but we can sit on the shore and sing." The fog was so bad that the sound of the frogs was not loud. Then a big frog said, "I hear a ship. That ship cannot see where it is going. It will run up on the shore if we do not stop it." Another frog said, "We will make big sounds so the ship will hear us." So these frogs made the biggest sounds they had ever made. Rock, ding, ding, rock. But the frog ate up the sound. Then a big frog said to the little frog with green spots, Can you make sounds that a sheep can hear? The little frogs shouted, "Blap, blap." These sounds were so loud that the other frogs jumped into the lake. They said, "That sound is like a kick in the ears." But the sheep did not run into the shore. A big frog said, "They can hear that loud sound." So now the other frogs like the little frog. When there is a big frog, go to the shore of a lake. You may hear that frog going blap blap. This is the end.
Okay. Now for our second reading, we're going to read the story again, and this time I will ask questions. Start with the title and read until you get to the first circle letter and then stop. Okay, start here.
The frog that made big sounds, part 2. A little frog with green spots made big sounds. The other frogs in the lake did not like those sounds. On a spring day, a big fog came over the lake.
Okay, what happened on that day?
A big fog came over on the lake.
Okay, over the lake. Continue.
The frog said, "We cannot see in this fog, but we can sit on the shore and sing." The fog was so bad. The sound of the frogs was not loud.
Why weren't their sounds loud? Because of the
Fog.
okay, because of the fog. Continue.
Then a big frog said, "I hear a ship. That ship cannot see where it is going. It will run up on the shore if we do not stop it." Another frog said, "We will make big sounds so the ship will hear us."
Okay,
So
continue.
these frogs made the biggest sounds they had ever made. Rock, rock, ding, ding, rock. But the fog ate up the sounds.
What happened to the sounds they made?
The fog ate the sounds.
Okay, the fog ate the sounds. Continue.
Then a big frog said to the little frog with green spots, "Can you make sounds that a sheep can hear?" The little frog shouted, "Blap, blap." These sounds were so loud that the other frogs jumped into the lake.
Okay. What did they do? What did the frogs do?
Shouted,
Shouted and they talked to the
"Ship."
which frog do you think does the big sounds? They talk to the
little frog.
okay, the little frog with
With
green.
green spots.
Okay. Why do you think they talk to him?
Because the ship. Because of the ship.
Okay, because of the ship and that little frog can make big
Very big green
sounds like
like
what does the sound?
blap blap.
Okay, blap blap blap. Okay, continue.
They said that sound is like a kick in the ears,
Okay. How did that sound feel to their ears?
like a kick.
Like a kick on their ears? Because I think it is so hurting to the ears because it's so loud. Okay, continue.
But the ship did not run into the shore. A big frog said, "They can hear that loud sound."
Okay. How did that sound? Why didn't the ship run into the shore?
Because of the frog? Because of the loud sound.
Okay, because of the loud sound. Okay, continue until you get into this.
So now the other frogs like the little frog. When there is a big fog, go to the shore of a lake. You may hear that frog going blap blap. This is the end.
Okay, good job. We are now done with this with this story reading. Now let's have our picture comprehension. Look at the picture. Okay, are you ready to answer some questions?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. What's that little frog shouting?
Blop, blop.
Okay, blap blap. What are the other frogs doing?
He jumped
Okay.
because of the little frog. Because the little frog
The little frog.
did loud. Big loud. Big
The little frog makes
a big sound.
okay, a big sound. Why do they have their hands over their ears?
Because on the frog.
Because of the little frog. Why can you see only part of some frogs? Like this one.
Because of her
Because
foot. On her.
because of the what do you think are these? Because of the
Fog.
okay, because of the fog. Because when there is a fog, you cannot see the things around you clearly. Do you know what a fog is?
Yes.
It's like a smoke.
Mm-mm.
Yes, so I'm happy you know that because we also had that, I think, in our previous lessons. Now let's prepare for our letters writing. Let's now have our let's now have our last task in lesson 96, which is letters writing or writing letters. You are going to write the letters that I write, and here is the first letter that you're going to write. Okay, what's the name of this letter?
Z.
How about its sound? Okay, first trace the letter Z that I made and then make more of them on this line. Okay, good writing. Z. Here is the next letter you're going to write. Again. Okay. What's the name of this letter?
C.
What sound does it make? Again? Yes. K. First trace the letter C that I made and then make more of them on this line. Okay, good writing. C. We are now done with lesson 96 and see you again on our next meeting. Good job, Kylie.